Guys, today I am meeting with the Beast, who you obviously know from South African sports. Thanks very much, Tendai, for joining us today on our digital platform. Your nickname, the Beast, you got it in junior school, yeah? A buddy gave it to you.
Yes, that's quite correct. I got that nickname when I was 9 years old, and it's because I was a bit of a man-child. I was bigger than the rest of my peers, and it stuck.
And it just stuck. Yeah, I think it suits you a lot. It also suits a wrestler, and I understand you're quite interested in that field, yes? In the future, maybe?
No, yeah, there was obviously a bit of interest from the WWE. I got to interact with John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL. You probably know him, a legend. And he was trying to get me into the WWE because I was there last year based in the States playing rugby. But because of the pandemic, it couldn't happen. So maybe it will happen in the future.
Yeah, I totally support career changes. We're all going to be living a lot longer, and you need to do lots and lots of different sports and careers if you can. So the reason I wanted to chat to you today specifically was about the subject of esports. And I've got an article here written by a very important person, and I wanted to get your opinion and take on it. So I'm going to go through just a quick few points. It's not the whole article, and I will just bounce it off you. So the first thing, esports obviously been around quite long, and it started off with the computer nerds competing online. But since then, it's evolved, and it's generating over 1.1 billion US dollars now each year. And not only is it making lots of money, lots of people are spending money on it. Like Amazon, they've just spent 970 million US dollars picking up a streaming network called Twitch. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. I only picked it up during the research. But here's the interesting thing is esports is not just about, the gamers. It's about people like yourself in the future who are going to have electronic sports as well. And that's where it comes in with adding technology to your body. So my question is, are you involved with esports, but would you consider enhancing or upgrading your body with some sort of technical gadget?
Jeez, that's like thinking into the future now. I think esports definitely interests me. I was never a big gamer growing up, but I grew up with some really great gamers. So I'm glad that it's doing really well and it's booming as an industry. But I think in terms of upgrading myself, I wouldn't mind getting a bionic arm or something. Get some super strength. So I think I would enjoy it.
Oh, okay. We won't ask what parts and all those kind of things. But yeah, something professionals are going to have to consider in the coming years. So the last question I've got is really about some predictions about the future. Again, I'll just shoot on some of these points. And if you want to read the full article, it is attached to this post. So the first prediction, and it's a massive prediction, is that esports are going to reach the same level as Olympic status in terms of spend and marketing. Here's my hands are standing over. In the next 10 to 15 years. So that's the one prediction. The next thing is e-athletes such as yourself are going to have more control over your career, primarily because of social media and these endorsement campaigns. So now the prediction. Here's the one I like as well is the stadiums, such as the one we're in today, are going to get a lot bigger. But there are going to be less stadiums around the world. But the stadiums that are around are going to have AR and VR facilities. So you could be sitting on the 20th row, but you could be watching the game through the headset of the player and these kind of things. So that I thought was pretty rad. And then the last prediction, which I'm just going to share, is a sad one, is that traditional TV, traditional media is going to die out. I mean, it's fading away now, but the prediction is that it's going to totally fade away and streaming services are going to take over. So what's your take on some of those predictions, and where do you think esports may go?
No, that's very fascinating. I think those are some great predictions. I think it's mind-boggling for me to actually understand where esports is possibly going to go. But I think, I wouldn't want to have the stadiums as a loss, because I still believe that the fan interaction, at the games and viewing everything, right in front of you is then a great experience. So that shouldn't go away. But I think all those predictions that you mentioned there are correct. Expect that one, except that one with the stadiums, I'd say. Yeah,
I was expecting, professionals such as yourself to be worried about that in-person or fan proximity to their sports stars. So that is a concern I'd imagine you'd have. But thanks very much for your take on that, and maybe we'll see you guys on some sort of digital sporting field in the Matrix in the future. So a lot of my friends say I'm quite competitive, and they said I should take you on. Are you really good at like snakes and ladders? No.
Snakes and ladders. Yo!